CBS News' Finnstrom begins our coverage live at the Reagan Library in Simi Valley. Cara, what can you tell us? What do you see?
An absolutely beautiful day out here, Sharon. It was just before noon, or just before 11 rather, that motorcade with about 12 vehicles pulled up here on the top of the hilltop. As you've been showing this morning, they have moved inside, and we can tell you that the ceremonies inside will begin with just the family. Portraits of the former First Lady now grace the entrance to the library, where Nancy Reagan will lay in repose. Her casket is being carried by 8 pallbearers who were all members of the Secret Service and protected her. Only her family is going in with them. They'll be comforted by the vicar of the National Cathedral in Washington and the Reagan's family minister before the nation begins its mourning.
One of the things we're so touched by, members of the Ventura County Fire Department, Ventura County Police Department, and Simi Valley Police will actually guard her casket the entire time she's here.
We've already seen growing memorials of notes and flowers outside. During the next 2 days, the library expects tens of thousands of people who were inspired by Mrs. Reagan to pay tribute. Then on Friday, the nation will be able to watch broadcasts of an elaborate goodbye decades in the making.
Presidents and First Ladies begin the planning for their funeral while they're in the White House. Mrs. Reagan was intimately involved in the planning of her funeral, from who the pallbearers would be, to who would read at the ceremony, to who the attendees would be.
She and President Ronald Reagan also chose this library hillside overlooking the ocean for his burial. She came here every year on the anniversary of his death. Friday, it will become what they always intended, their final resting place together. Mrs. Reagan was known as an incredible protector of her husband's legacy. The world is also now celebrating hers.
She warmly and willingly offered advice and encouragement to me.
First Lady Michelle Obama is on the long list expected at Friday's private funeral. It includes celebrities like Mr. T and Wayne Newton and dignitaries like former President George W. Bush, as well as many powerful women, including former First Ladies Laura Bush and Rosalind Carter and presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton.
Mrs. Reagan reminded us of the importance of women's leadership at every level of our society.
And one of Mrs. Reagan's passions was working with youth, including the Just Say No to Drugs program. We have learned that the St. Susanna High School Choir will be performing at her funeral. They say that's something they believe she really would have enjoyed. Yeah. Rick and Sharon, we also expect to learn more details about that ceremony later today. The library will be releasing them. They do say they expect it to be about 2 hours long, and again, that's on Friday.
Wow. Okay. Cara, thank you.